Emily Brolt's got a 1-year-old Frenchie, went through her first heat a couple of months ago, and her boobs closest to her groin, one of them is enlarged this week. It's hard, it's not squishy, it's not a hernia. I did some research. What can cause the breast tissue to harden is something I should concern myself. I don't know how this could happen with no mastitis with no pregnancy. Well, I think it is mastitis. So I think what's happened is she's had a false pregnancy. And that was 2 months ago when she was in heat, so you'd expect her, if she was pregnant, to be having puppies about now. And what's going on is you've got a false pregnancy and you've got milk production and it's not being drained. So here's what I think you should do. I think you should get a warm washcloth on it, you should massage it, see if you can get anything out of it going.
If it's not showing a green, milky color, a green, you can put a puppy on it.
There's no puppy. There's no puppies.
Oh, there's no puppies.
No.
Oh, okay. I
Right.
wasn't listening. Sorry. But for any of y'all, if there's green milk, this is for other people, not her, out of the nipple of the mama dog, do not let a puppy nurse on it. But if it's the color of milk, am I saying that right?
No, you are. I'm laughing because you complain about me not listening to you.
Oh yeah, I know.
And you're not listening to this person.
Well, that's rarely. So anyway.
Oh, good Lord.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so, you can put a puppy on it, let it nurse if the color of milk is what milk is supposed to look like. But if it looks kind of a green, yellowish color, do not put a puppy on it to milk.
Right.
Squeeze it all out. Once it starts turning the milky color, go ahead and let a puppy nurse on it.
Yeah, but back to this particular person's problem here. Look, if you can get something to come out of it, you can get milk to flow, keep on doing that. If you can't, I think it's time to go to the vet because there's something going on here. I mean, there's other causes of lumps in breast, like tumors, which is not likely for a 1-year-old dog, but, well, the next thing I do is take a temperature. 102 or high, I would be going to the vet, not mucking around, because she needs antibiotics. If you can get milk out of it, good, do so, and you can probably get this whole thing cleared up. But one way or another, you need to get this resolved. You can't just leave it alone. Janet Head. Good morning, James and Tammy. Just got a new neighbour who had a 2-year-old male who is intact but never been used as a stud. He's a very handsome boy. Is it too late to use him? What would I need to do to use him? Well, you don't tell us where your dog is in terms of being bred, but a dog that hasn't been used before, I would try to collect from that dog as soon as I could to see whether or not I could get that dog going. If your dog needs to be bred in the next few days, then I would wait until then to try this out because you don't want to deplete his semen count. But basically, practice makes perfect, and you haven't practiced yet, so that's what you need to do.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yep. And I mean, if you are going to use this dog and you've got to get something done very quickly, like in the next few days, get a lineup stud sorted out too, because you may well be needing it.
Always have plan A, plan B with everything.
If you use our stud service, our plan B is we've got another dog.
Oh yeah.
And quite a few of them sitting around waiting just for your girl, just in case. Yep.
Different studs. I mean, different DNAs on a lot of our studs.
Yep.
So.
Unrelated boys just waiting.
Right.
They're sitting there right now with their little hands up, praying, saying,
"Oh please,
pick me, pick me."
He's got Michael Bublé playing. The candles are lit. We don't do cigarettes.
Tuxedo on with a little bow tie.
Yeah.
He's ready to go.
Or we could be playing, what's the one that says, "Oh baby, baby," I can't think of that guy's name. Anyway, so Michael Bublé works, but so does...
Sam Shearer says, "Thank you for your help. You should include your wife in videos again."
Oh.
She was a good mama bear. Much love, thanks. So there she is right there. I had someone else say, "Hey, thank you for bringing the whiteboard back," which didn't include Tammy, so, you can't keep it. Okay. Top of Texas Kennels. Top of the Top Kennel says that they've learned so much from us over the years. Great, glad you're watching. Josie Wells asks, where can we get the thermometer with the heat wire? You can go to mybreedersupply.com and we can build whatever you need. We've got standard sizes and custom sizes. Whatever you need, we can build it. Zachary Eagleton, second time to ask, is a blaze or a flash markings an expression of pied? Yeah, quite likely, especially if it's on his chest. If it's on his face, not so much, but anytime you see white, you wonder whether there's a copy of pied present. Of course, the only way to confirm that is either you've got a pied parent, you know it has to have a copy of pied, or you do a DNA test. A video on understanding progesterone levels in different machines. Hawk51 or HWalk51 says, will these days and numbers be for all dogs, only Frenchies? No, they're all dogs. All dogs, progesterone engine is the same. They're all mammals and they all do the same thing. So yes, all dogs.
You hear a puppy whining, we're going to a vet check because they're all going to their new homes.
So tell us a little bit about a vet check. Tell me, why do you do a vet check and what do you do?
Oh, well, you do a vet check to make sure everything's good to go with your puppy, that it's healthy when it arrives to its new home. And so that's what we go for a vet check for.
So the vet's going to check for poop.
Poop,
He'll take
clarity
a
of
quick look.
eyes,
Yep.
check the ears, and most of all, check the heart.
Check for half the moons.
And they check their knees, and they check their little hips, and
check their soft palate.
oh yeah.
Yep.
Well, they don't have a soft palate.
No,
we
but
would know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
anyway,
They get
so,
They get a clean bill of health.
Yes, before they ever leave to go
Because
from our
you
home
don't
to your new home.
You don't want a
their new
puppy
home.
showing up and a vet finds something that you didn't know about, because that's not a good day. Now, I've had it happen where the vet at the other end doesn't know what they're doing, but at the same time, hernias, umbilical hernias, which aren't serious, inguinal hernias that are, you've got to know about these things. We've had puppies come to us with these things, and it's very frustrating. So,
Yeah.
yep. Patrick Porter loves our videos. I've currently got a boy just turned 6 months old. Is a solid blue husky. Carries cocoa, cream, testable, chocolate, and pink. We're retesting for fluffy. It'd be very useful if you get so he wants a video on what you do to get a dog ready, a stud dog ready. Okay, I will do a video on this. I think I may have done one, but I will do another
Play
one.
some Marvin Gaye music and Michael Bublé.
Here's
There's
one.
another guy I was trying to think of, and I can't think of his name.
Barry White.
Yes, Barry White. That's who I was trying to think of.
Barry White.
Yes, oh, he has
Gotta have
that sexy voice.
low down.
Yeah,
deep
so you got to play
voice.
that kind of music when you're pulling
What's
from your
the
studs.
song he
They
sings
love
now?
it.
What is the song? What's the lyrics to it? Do you remember?
Oh, I said, oh baby, baby. 'Cause
Oh, baby, baby.
No, you just run it. The dog just goes, oh gosh.
It's limp.
Yeah, just talk to
Orlando Liarina says, what do you do if puppies are not selling almost 6 months old? Advertising everywhere and have dropped prices considerably. Let's see what the replies are. Well, somebody says, I think the Frenchie market is flooded. Well, certainly that's a true statement. Definitely prices are down. Look, what do you do if something doesn't sell? You do a better job at advertising it.
Oh yeah.
You take better videos. You advertise it in more places. You drop,
FaceTime.
You drop prices.
Right.
Or you decide to
right.
keep the dog or rehouse or rehome the dog somewhere else. That's it. No magic to this. I mean, I promise you, if you get the price down to $0, the dog will go. So every week I drop the price and do a better job.
Every week?
Well, it's 6 months old.
Oh, it's 6 months old. Okay.
I mean, I don't know how big a hurry you are to get
I mean, make a deal or something.
Your market's
But
changed.
you want to make sure it goes to a good home. You don't want to
Right.
just toss it somewhere
Of course.
and somebody that's not going to take care of it. Because we're your babies. A good loving home.
Somebody says that you talk too much. All your videos are so long. Get to the point, please. Good Lord.
Why did you even read it?
Well, it's there.
I wouldn't have read it.
It's an old video from some time ago.
Oh, okay.
So it's probably one from 4 years ago. So
They
maybe
must
that's
not
the
have
reason for
updated
it.
their stuff to see the new. Gotta love it. Can't keep everybody happy.
I think I've answered this. Someone's asking, why do you collect semen? Because you want to do an artificial insemination on a dog, ship it somewhere else. I'm not going to answer that any more than that because I've done it so many times. Cute Bunny says, my girl gave birth last week. She's looking a little skinny. Do you think it's because she had puppies? I think I've answered this one, so I'm not going to answer it very much, other than the fact that, look, you've got to get calories up. Dogs have got to eat.
Give
They
them
have-
vitamins. Give them cottage cheese. Give them, if you have to give them chicken, you have to fatten them up. Give them chicken, not fried chicken. Give them, white meat chicken without the bone, please.
Yes, talk about bones while we're looking at this What bones do
Oh,
you give dogs?
definitely don't want to give pork chop bones to a dog. They splinter. And like, there was a time that we had a T-bone and we gave it to a dog. And this was a long time ago when I had a Lhasa also as a pet. And I kept on watching her the next day, and she was digging and digging and digging at the side of her face. And I thought, what in the world? Well, a piece of that bone, the pointed end, was stuck up in the roof of her mouth. So please, please, please be very careful about giving bones. James is just dying to give the dogs a bone, and I say, no, don't. They have their nylobones that are great for that.
I know, I like to give them treats.
I know, but I have treats.
I know you do.
Treats,
you're right. You're right.
But, you know, sometimes you fix up spices with your meat, and it may be soaked into the bone, and it's too much for them, you know, too. So that's me. I always think of the what if.
You are on the side of caution.
Right.
Which nobody ever went wrong doing that. So that's the argument.
I try to be always.
Fifth King Trading, we've got a machine, one foam machine. We tested a female, she was 7.77. 2 days later, she was 2.85. We've never seen such a drop. She's now day 8 of her heat. Yeah. So I think I already mentioned this one as well, but basically you've got there's probably a split heat going on here. So you've got to keep testing. Rumor Ramos, I got a question. I got a female that she bled for 90 days. Is that normal? And why wouldn't she let the male mate her? Well, probably again a prolonged heat. She's not ready yet. That's normally the reason for that. Progesterone test is the answer to find out what's going on. So just because a dog's bleeding doesn't worry me. If a dog continuously bleeds, take its temperature and make sure it's not 102 or higher. And here's the last one. Always useful. This is Darren McGinty. Our girl is due Christmas Day. Oh dear. We're going in for reverse blood on the 22nd and presume the 23rd and 24th. C-section is booked for the 24th. This is ready. Anything we can do? No.
If you've been taking her temperature, you know, and if she's quit eating food, you're getting real close, like the next day. The temperature you should be doing a week before the first breeding due date. And, you know, once it drops to 98, you know that you're fixing to have puppies within 24 hours. And if you're on the right breeding dates, it helps a lot when you do the reverse progesterone test too, because then you know what her numbers are the day before she drops, and if she drops, then you know you're ready on the temperature.
I mean, the problem you've got here is the danger of taking puppies early, isn't it? So,
oh yeah. Please don't take puppies early. Please don't let your vet talk you into an early C-section.
Well, Christmas Day
because you could be 3 to 5 days early.
Yeah,
3 days early, you're losing pups anyway.
My advice would be to start shopping around. Somebody's going to be open Christmas Day. Make sure you're normally late to do it.
Always have plan A, plan B with your vets. We have like 5 different vets, and I'll call each one 2 weeks prior to the dog's first breeding due date and say, are you going to be here on this such and such date? Are you going to be there if it's a 2:30 in the morning deal? We don't like to do that, but just in case, will you be there at 2:30 in the morning when I call? You know, so do those questions. Also, ask the questions, have you done C-sections? If they say yes, say, have you done C-sections on bulldogs, period. And if they say yes, you've got a vet that you can depend on, and if that vet will answer your call on late night calls, 2:30 in the morning calls, that's even better. You know, so do your homework on your vets, small animal vets, or your old country vets are great. And I don't mean by age old, just good old country vets, you know, call them, ask those questions.
All right, there's 40 minutes worth. Say goodbye to Tammy.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
The video. I really appreciate people who subscribe to me. It helps me, encourage me to do more of these videos. But do remember, disclaimer here, I am not a vet. I'm not a licensed medical professional. I'm purely a person who's been breeding dogs for the last couple of decades. Any information that you got from this video, use at your own risk. There's nothing implied here, and certainly this should not be used as a substitute for advice from your veterinarian or your medical professional. I hope you enjoyed the video.
Come back for more of them. Bye.